Mochi, do you know what a closed chain exercise is? Let's show them. So, closed chain versus open chain exercises. ABPMR board question, APTA board question, physical therapy, and PM1R. So, closed chain is when the distal portion of the limb is in contact with the ground versus an open chain. The bottom of my foot is not, as I do knee extension, that is an open chain quadricep exercise. There is more shearing forces typically with a open chain exercise, and with closed chain exercises, the joint is more stable. That's why they are typically used for post-surgical rehab. An example, what we're going to demonstrate is the squat, because the quadriceps and the hamstrings are contracting at the same time against that knee joint. Whoops. That is not an open or closed chain exercise. So we're squatting, the hamstrings and the quads are contracting against that knee, keeping it stable, versus an open chain. The quadriceps are pulling, the quadricep tendon is pulling on the patellar tendon, so there's a lot of anterior shearing forces. That's why if you do exercises and you have any type of joint injury, closed chain are typically the way to go to reduce any type of, or reduce increased shearing forces upon the joint. For this reason, this is why open chain, so terminal knee extension is what is called in the physical therapy field, or a TKE. If you see that as a doctor on a PT note, that's what they're referring to, is basically just this. An open chain knee extension is not recommended typically within the first 6 months after ACL reconstruction for that reason. So let me show you how, or what an example of a closed chain exercise looks like. We'll be demonstrating a front squat. So there you go, a quick rundown on the differences of open chain versus closed chain exercises, highly testable material, as well as very practically, clinically for rehab.